You know, I really should have been on my dashboard for this. Here we go. There I am. Okay, it's been brought to my attention. My audio is a bit too high. I'm gonna put it like there for now. Couldn't cover, was covering the awful quality of that cacophony that is my voice. Okay. So last time, I took out this Portuguese colony, Portuguese Mexico. It is now mine. I took out this Breton colony, which is now mine. I harassed some natives to make them switch religion, so I wouldn't have to worry about it. And I took a big chunk of the Maya, so the Portuguese who were invading them couldn't have it, which was a smashing success. And at this point, I am somewhat overextended. Apparently not too much. This must be from the Mayan conquest. Rebels, Brittany. What the hell are these guys doing? Oh, I just finished this war, that's right. That's a colony. Colonies there. You know, it would be faster if I just looked at the colonial map mode. There. It's good. There. And I should be running 5 colonies, so what am I missing? There. Oh, okay, there's 2 there. I'm recombining. Okay. So I had my stuff together, I just... Okay. So what am I doing from here? Besides apparently killing rebels. I'm at 100 legitimacy and I'm still getting 2.58 a year. Sustaining the gods. What is that? Is that an event? Nope. Great Temple in Mexico. Where are my ideas? Do I have this? I think I have this. National Arsenal. Power cost. So I'm finishing those up. I'm a little behind on tech. I'm at 15, whereas my benchmark France is at 17, so everybody's at 17. So not too far behind. Now, as opposed to other older campaigns of this I've seen where it was more advantageous to turn to Christian, I'm going to have a little difficulty finding allies in the New World. which is going to make France a bitch to take on. Now, this isn't a big concern yet, because I think I'm going to wait for imperialism. Because I'm not just going to be able to declare wars over nothing all the time. I'll probably start in Ireland and work my way down into Britain. Could always create Wales. Scotland. Still, I'd have to land somewhere. I suppose I could land in, like, Ulster, if it still exists. Until then, maybe in my interest to start eating Newfoundland. Newfoundland. I was chastised for that one last time. So, I'm going to need the tech for it. Where do you get the CB for imperialism? I'm not sure. Well, I've got colonies to run. The natives to convert. I believe I'm integrating mixed tech. Disagreeing advisor. Let's see what I get. Admin! Alright. Which is good because I need some admin. I need 180 admin, in fact. So earlier today I started looking at my achievements and mapping out. There's a lot of mercenaries. I started mapping out how many campaigns it would take me to get all of them, assuming I come up with a skill to do 3 mountains. Because of course I've watched DDR Jake do it, but a lot of the things he exploited are no longer available. But anyway, I was initially thinking that I wanted to do a England game, so I could win the 100 Years' War, which sounds really cool, and it would be a very good start to a world conquest. But I would have to do one less campaign if I did it as Scotland and took Paris. So the way I see it, if I'm going to do a world conquest, I may as well wait for 3 mountains. Get that done all at once. Mark Antonio's. No, I haven't seen that. I will, hold on, I'm going to mark that. I'll check that out, thanks. Is that more recent? I'm scrolling forever. Oh, March 6th, that's recent. Cool. Yeah, I'll look at that. Is that ongoing? Conquers the Native Americans. Oh wow, not bad. Bigger than France by 1,500. I'll definitely start watching that. Thanks for pointing it out. No! My dudes! That's fine, I didn't want manpower anyway. Doesn't give nationalism. Yeah, that's a good point. I actually only found that out for myself the last time I played. Because I was trying to figure out why the Maya weren't royally pissed. Not to mention these guys. Well, it looks like I've got some unrest going on now, doesn't it? That's just the overextension talking. Do I finish quantity? You know what? There's not a lot of opposition over here right now. And if I finish quantity earlier, then it'll cost me less to take up military, so yay. Point efficiency overtime. Okay, so I needed to attack these guys soon. I have a lazy colonist. I also need to grab an explorer soon, so I can start taking the rest of the west coast before, like, Spain finds it, or even France, actually. I don't want to have to worry about fighting them on the New World when I'm attacking them in the Old World. Yeah, attacking natives doesn't give overextension, and my favorite thing, attacking, or doesn't give nationalism, attacking a colony and taking it doesn't give overextension. So it's super easy for a native to take a colony over. We've also got to work out what idea groups are going to be good for the invasion. Uh-oh. Steel's getting big. I think I'm way under force limit. Yeah. I've got the manpower, I might as well build up. I sure as hell have the money. So 10, 6, let's do 2 more cavalry. It's pretty close. The Dutch. Allied with Bavaria and East Frisia. So all I'm hearing is free colony if I want it. I really should have built my embassy a while ago, shouldn't I? March. March. I could put my march in French Columbia. We're next to French Columbia. But I'm not entirely sure I don't want to invade it. Then again, if I'm fighting France, probably wanting to do stuff in France. If you can't tell, the logistics of invading the New World are making me somewhat uncomfortable. It's well out of my my experience. A massive long-distance campaign like that should be interesting. November 1617. Nope, coming up on it. I'm not going to need a huge force, so... Apparently I was protecting against Great Britain. I've also got to start thinking about these conversions. Whether I take humanist or religious, because I feel like one is almost necessary, just to make sure that's not an issue. Vassalized again already, did you? I freed all of these guys last time I fought the Iroquois. The Iroquois don't have any other allies though, so... Oh, Powhatan is the right religion. Suppose I have the Iroquois to thank for that. The Iroquois, you want to let me through? They do. Fancy that. Wow, that Dutch colony is fast. That or I'm just not used to playing on speed 4. Well, I am going to need to take this Iroquois land before the British get to it, because Newfoundland has been colonizing into rightful Aztec lands far too long. Aztec USA. So I suppose I ought to just eat them. I don't need generals. Not for these scum. Digger, have you read up on the, or read the, I forget what they call it, the post they put out about the new fort mechanics for the next expansion? Yeah, that's how I feel too. It seemed like a complicated enough thing that I couldn't draw any conclusions whatsoever. Too many specific questions came to mind. The whole thing sounded pretty cool, but the one situation came up that somebody in the forums was mentioning that made me a little concerned. So let's say, so if you are invading France, and France has a fort in Champagne, and you're coming in from Luxembourg, you can go into Rethel, but then you have to go straight to Champagne, or you can't go anywhere else. You can go there, you can go back, which is fine. You take Champagne and you get the area around it, pretty much. That's what it sounded like. But the situation that was raising concerns for me was the French come in, they fight you in Champagne, you win. Then you continue to sit in Champagne because you need a lot of men to take that fort. Meanwhile, the French retreat and come back with just as many men that have recovered faster than your men, and repeat until you just can't stop them anymore. If countries like France that are ridiculously good fighters and large, it sounds like they can just use that to never let you just take their armies out. Right? Because the strategy now with France is typically hit their armies until you can finally put them down and then make sure they can't build anymore. Religious unity is not happening. Poland's opinion of Aztec is 120. Yeah, I can do that. Do they still have, no, they don't have Lithuania. Lithuania is pretty big, though. Paradox does a poor job at supporting different styles of play. Maybe. Haven't really thought about that too much. Although, you say they do a poor job supporting different styles of play, but they're adding the whole build tall thing, which is very different from what the game encourages now, so I don't know. I'm going to force tall nations by making wide nations harder too. It could be. That could be the case. Yeah, you're right. You know, if the fort thing works out right, and they balance it correctly, it could just make sieging less tedious, so you don't have to carpet everything. So you just stick with your big stacks and you take important locations and everything else just falls naturally. That would be really cool, as long as they can balance it so you can still invade superpowers. So I'm hopeful. I'm just very confused at how it'll actually work. It's still your favorite game. Yeah, they're doing something right. As little as I've been playing it lately, I'd say this is still my favorite game right now, too. Start working on this coast. Base tax is so good around here. Powhatan, or Abenaki. I want to force your religion, take all your money, take all your other money. That's it. That's all I ask. There you go. Instantly converts their capital religion. And this is the correct religion, right? Yeah. Oh, Pequot's now reformed. Okay, that's... Wow, that didn't take long. There must be events when you border a Christian nation. Okay, so more importantly to me than taking it down here, I need to take the British border states, border territories. And the money and war reparations for all the trouble they put me through. And cancel Pequot again. Let's do that. You want to stream me for? Yeah, I'd watch you. I think everybody followed you. I think I followed a whole bunch of people that were talking to me back in the day. Long ago. But this UI confuses me, so I can't tell right now. Okay, this is my army. So yeah, if I see you streaming, I'll definitely watch. Let's just get this whole damn army down here. They make you be careful about PR stuff. That makes sense. I kind of wonder if Jake's EU4 streaming slowdown had to do with that. Although I imagine Paradox is probably a little less rigid than much larger companies. Yeah, I imagine they'd let it be pretty free. And that's a damn good move for them. I think they're a pretty forward-thinking company. And having Jake publicly break his games for the enjoyment of several hundred people at a time is probably very good for their company overall. Did I do all my cores? Yeah. And this is how you fall even further behind in admin. I should probably start pumping that up soon, instead of conquering, because I'm going to want another idea group. Well, no, I've got to put points in everything, so... France! Well... Ideally, I would have loved to use France to my advantage in invading countries around them and creating a power base on the mainland. But I guess that wasn't to be. Looks like England isn't putting claims all over Ireland, though, so that's kind of nice. That might be my landing pad. The point for France that people's strat has failed. You say time to start over, but I thought about it recently, and if I have to start this campaign over, I'm gonna be real sad. Because this is the kind of campaign that really only fails at the end. It's not like my Ireland game or my Congo game where I have a rocky start and I'm just like, oh, okay, I'll just start over. Because this is the hard part. But I feel like things are going pretty well, and if I really militarize and get a base over here, as long as I can find some way to hit France, I'm probably going to be okay. Nah, man, you can't be scared of it. I mean, I totally get that, because I do the same thing. I actually didn't pick this one up for a week when I wanted to play it, because I was really nervous about starting wars with Westerners. It turns out that was completely unjustified, as most of my fears tend to be, but I see where you're coming from. The thing is, if you fail, the mentality that really helps me is if you fail, you come out of it stronger because you know what doesn't work and you can learn something. I don't know how much of my Congo campaign you saw, but I think Castile and Portugal were around the Cape when I got there, so I didn't even block them off. Who's the name of this game? It looks like England. Looks red, kind of pinkish hued. Yeah, I had to fight them on the Cape after a while. Most of my power was just in here. That was before all these new provinces were added, though, so it was probably overall easier. Did you start your game before or after the provinces were added? Everywhere but Europe. I need another colony. Who are these guys? Oh, coalitions. Yeah, I'm always paranoid of coalitions. That's why I absolutely love, my favorite modifier in the game, and this might just be my own ignorance, is better relations over time. Because I'm very aggressive and I tend to push too hard. So better relations over time just means I can attack more. So that's my favorite advisor. I also like humanist, because it makes conquering so much easier. Just between aggressive expansion impacts minus 20%. Diplo Annex is cheaper. Where is it? There's a relations over time in here, isn't there? Well, I thought there was. Never mind then. Oh, humanist. I was looking at the wrong thing. Better relations over time, 33%. Years of nationalism, minus 10. It's just so good for taking huge swaths of land. I mean, influence is amazing too, especially if you're vassal feeding. Between those two, it seems like every huge conquest game needs them. To me. Stability, points, or ducats. It's actually a tough one. I don't feel like I need the stability, because Nahuatl gives you a -2 national unrest everywhere. And that cancels non-accepted culture. And it's actually better than my intolerance. So I'm going to stick with the points. Usually I take stability. Alright, this coast is sealed. I want to go up here next, though, because I don't want those Canadians getting into my land. Nobody wants that. Imperial authority is really good. But Austria is not. Oh, wow. Look at this. The Ottomans just took a chunk of Austria. Oh, wow. I might have to try to butter up the Ottomans at some point. I have to reshuffle my rivals just, if possible, just so I can target certain allies. Okay, wait. A moment ago, I could not colonize here. These things were coring. I move my guy there. I wait a little bit, it cores a little further, and now I can colonize there. I don't understand. What they ought to be doing is fabricating claims on these Dutch lands. Abenaki wants military access. Who are you at war with? Netherlands. Don't think it's going to matter, considering there's more than 10 Dutch regiments on their way in. Maybe I should have taken them myself because they're coastal. Speaking of, I got to remove the rest of the Maya soon. Why did I stop improving relations with Poland? Oh, I capped out. So I need 125, which means I can just use money for the rest. A lot of money. There you go. There you go, Poland. $300 some gold for 25 diplo power. That's pretty acceptable to me. Mine's get an extra advisor. Oh, that's pretty good. Remove Arapaho from the map. You know, I could. These guys are all the right religion now. Which is funny to me because it means they can't westernize. Because they're the wrong religion to westernize. And they're going to have to start invading people to stave off doom. Like, they can't westernize unless they reform. I'm pretty sure I don't... It would be weird if I passed on my reformedness to them. Although that would be kind of cool. Actually, it'd be kind of interesting if the reforms went to everybody. That's not how, like, native councils work, so I suspect it's not how it is for Nahuatl. Colonize Pipil. Yes, please. Smallest colony. Will be this one shortly. There's no aggressiveness there, so I don't actually have to defend it. How they're attacking the other guys. Well then. Truce at the Maya's over. It's time to send an army down there. Insult Great Britain. Sounds good. Improve relations with Morocco. I'm really surprised I can't see. Oh god, the British are attacking. Awesome. Hopefully that'll prevent them from making cores and conversions over here. I suppose I don't care incredibly much about Nitbook here, because it's Totemist? Oh, they went reform, but they didn't change their capital. Okay. Total war score for all Mayan provinces is 100%. Well then. I'd best get started. Get back here with that army. I suppose it's about time for a conquistador. You cannot hunt for the 7 cities if your capital is located in a colonial region. That's a shame. That's what I wanted to do. 50 trade ships. Wow. And what I can do is start sending my army around all these natives and conquering them, converting them, taking their money, and then coming back for the land at a later date. Just like their closer neighbors. Ooh, that's bad. That's not a colony anymore, is it? So, silver lining. It's got a great maneuver. It's pretty good. Pretty good. And it's just a little too much overextension for my tastes. You know what? I could just force religion. Let them convert it. Come back later. The Mayans are no longer Mayan. The only good Mayan is not a Mayan. Oops, I still have a colonist. Here is fine. Shouldn't need a guard. Operation Butter Up Morocco, almost complete. I need 125 and they're at 110, so I need 15 in gifts. Insult Portugal. That I can do. Protect our brethren. That sounds like something I'll do, but I don't need the prestige whatsoever. Remove Arapaho. Now if I remove Arapaho, that should give me a claim, right? Which one's Arapaho? That guy. That sounds pretty reasonable. These guys are allied with all these kind of people. Okay. Well, if I go to war, I'm going to want to rout. Well, I guess while that route's being created, might as well kill some Mayan rebels. Looks like the conversions are going pretty well. At least they've got one. Problem with having this much space is I don't quite know what to do with my men. Why are you not exploring? Come on now. Wow, my next king's a 551. Well, guess my next idea group won't be military. They're gonna have a colonial nation here soon, which will actually be kind of easier for me. Just gotta make sure they have claims on all of it. Aw, crap. France is colonizing. Over here, just as I feared. Well, the mission is to remove Arapaho. So Arapaho I will remove. Shoshone, Pawnee, Cheyenne. Well, let's make Pawnee a co-belligerent. gonna borrow that conquistador for a moment. I might make Cheyenne a protectorate just so the Brits don't attack it. I don't think I need the general anymore, so... Huh. Didn't see that coming. Son of a bitch. Alright, as soon as my war is done, I'm coming in to take back all the Dutch lands. By take back, I mean, we all know it's rightfully mine. Wichita, what do you got for allies? These dudes. We need my learned teachings. Portugal's defender of the Catholic faith. That's actually annoying, because if I attack the Dutch, you're not Catholic. Never mind. Hey, Iroquois. I know we've not been on the best of terms, but you threatened enough to let me through? I thought so. I thought so. Now, you guys I have special plans for. I don't want you. And frankly, okay, well, we'll talk later. Okay. All of North America just got revealed to me. So the French just have the one colony here. Why was North America revealed to me? Is it just because I'm from here and eventually that happens, or what? Revealed 10 years after they do. So when France saw that, they saw the inland? It feels unlikely. The coast I understand. Although there's clearly an area they would have seen that I haven't. So something mechanically doesn't quite add up to me, but I'll take it. Now I can go around proselytizing my way through the country. Hey, this guy's back. Abenaki's back. And lo and behold, he's the correct religion. And I might as well acquire him before somebody interferes. Great Britain wants Abenaki. Good luck. But yeah, you're right. Exploration is tied to tech groups. I've been Western for well more than 10 years, though. So something happened where they saw a lot of this suddenly. What baffles me is, oh, this is gold, too. France has gold here. France, oh, they conquered these people. They're not actually actively colonizing. They just randomly took it. Cheyenne, ready to be a protectorate? If you're a protectorate, they can't colonize this way. That's what I want. That's what I want. Suddenly manifest destiny. Yes. Absolutely. Alright, you were a co-belligerent. You are the correct religion? Yep. A mere 4% overextension for owning it? Wow, nobody wants this. Guess I need 100% everywhere. Which won't take long. Now, the annoying part... Oh. Right, they're not Catholic. Right. We'll have to fight Castile a little bit soon. That was my military tech. 16 to their 18? Yeah. Yeah. I never sent these guys out to protect trade. That is pretty terrible of me. Full annex Abenaki. And it never even got cored by the Dutch. We'll annex plenty. Can't core it quite yet. Not until I take Wichita. Cheyenne, you are to be my protectorate. Shoshone, you will have a more proper religion. Pay me for my trouble. And also pay me for my trouble. Wichita's allies are these guys. So I might as well just prepare over here. What's that explorer fellow? Oh, here goes France colonizing. Well, these guys have had no exposure to the outside, right? So their tech is probably abysmal. 7 and 8. 16. I bet you this group of fine warriors can just walk up and give them a solid preaching to. Crap. Black flagged. Oh yeah, last but not least, I own you. I'm not even at 75% of my force limit, apparently. Claim Kitchissippi? Ah, they're colonizing. Oh well. So how big of an army does Newfoundland have? Only 13,000. That's less than I thought. How about GB? 50,000. 50,000 and 30 transports. Well, that's oh, they took Ulster. Crap. Well, I want to get rid of this Dutch smear before it continues to spread. I can fabricate a claim on their last bit, so I can have a claim on all of it when I get to it. Why don't I go ahead and do that first thing, because seems like it's kind of important. Why can I walk all the way through? No, come on. I'm gonna go like this. I know I've got some overextension because of this, but that'll be fine. Okay. Well, my whole army is pretty much over here. They're allied with Castile and Bavaria, but it's of little consequence except for Castile. I guess it's important to know how many boats they have. 16 transports, that's not too threatening. I feel pretty okay about that. My army, my force limit has pretty much doubled since I last looked, so let's make a template. You know what? I'm going to try to be smart about this, because I never do this. And look at my... So the combat width. Where is that stuff? So 15, and then base is what? Like 10? Something like that. Tech level minus 10. It's not exactly... pretty sure the width is added to depending on the level. So these numbers here. So it's 15 plus whatever the base for the game is. That's how I remember it. I just wasn't sure where to find the numbers. Anyway, I'm not quite smart enough to make this work correctly, but let's do... Terrible composition, the army. It's probably not that terrible, but combat width, thank you. Let's do combat width. Military tech level. 16. So it's 30. So the base must be 15? Yeah, it is. Wait, is it? Yes. Base is 15. Okay, so I went too small, but I'm going to live with it for now. Certainly got the money and the manpower, so I might as well be reckless. So I'm going to say... I want Lenape first, because I can just take it. It pains me that I use so much military power doing that, but it is what it is. Ah, my king's dead. I got a 5-5-1, which means everything but military will be rising quickly. Which I'm very happy about. Why are these black flagged? Should be a little careful because my fleet here is a bit vulnerable to encroaching Spaniards. I'm gonna wait for now because I don't want to lose too much money because I want to have a savings. Because I have a feeling I'm going to be desperately spamming mercenaries when I get to Europe. Whoa, what was that? Dutch transports getting wrecked by my West Coast trade fleet. That is nice. Core profits. Good, good. I need to get him there, like, now. I need to get another colonist there. The other one. Colonists. Colonists. Colonist. Why does it think there's a colonist here? Let's do it this way. Okay, I'm confused about what I was just seeing, but results are what matter. So 80 per year, he'll arrive in 155 days, I'll be fine. Dutch smear. Dutch smear removed. As far as Miltech goes, I don't really mind having more expenditure. I feel like I need the discipline. So I'll just take the younger one. Guess I do have to be kind of careful because the Spanish probably have colonies that are going to be... Well, they don't have access to French Columbia, so I guess I'm good. It's French, man. This is my continent. almost a little worried because I haven't seen anything but those suicidal Dutchmen. You know what? I bet my inflation is going through the roof. Oh yeah. Wow, look how much it was affecting my income. Wow. Okay. Apparently I'm guaranteeing the Huron's independence. I'm actually okay with that. Is that taking up a relation? Not that I'm in need of them. Yep. Also my military access, which I haven't used in quite a while. Okay. So. Let's remove Wichita and convert his friends for fun and profit. Need just some speed. Be in charge. Since a lot of them seem to be going south, I'll just head straight to their capitals. They know where the better climates are. Portuguese are fighting the French. Which is pretty great. Where are you going? Thought they were going to go help Wichita, but they're going for my colonies. Those sons of bitches. Who else am I at war with? Shawnee. Well, the Europeans don't seem to be putting up much of a fight, luckily. You sons of bitches. There's no point losing all these men over it. So I'll chase him. I might lose my colonies. found the Spanish. Sounds good to me. Got an army ready to fight them. Brandenburg? What the hell do you think you're doing, Brandenburg? Now, is France Catholic? Because if France is Catholic and I let them finish a colonial nation over here, not only will it be cheaper to take the land, and I fight them for it, but the, what do you call it? The Catholic right to the California area will deter other people from colonizing. At least other Catholics. But it seems to apply to other religions too. Either way, Castile and Portugal and Britain should all the colonizers are Catholic, so that's actually pretty convenient. Except for Netherlands apparently, but they're not much of a colonizer now. Oh, Brandenburg. Their tactics are so much higher than mine. Wow. Who is this? Ferrara. Ferrara is landing. A cavalry. Probably something else. Oh, good luck with that. Coalition war? What? This is not a coalition war. For some reason, the Netherlands is getting coalition war bonus to their will to fight. The important question, though, is when do I stop focusing on just amassing power? And when do I start focusing on landing in Europe? I could amass power until I have imperialism, CBs, which would make it a lot easier to land in Europe. I forgot about the Spanish, didn't I? My general died. That or he's locked up over here. Okay, I can get him in a moment. It's not amazing though. Tech 19, so they're gonna have a tactics bonus, but I have so many more numbers. Oh my god, that tactics bonus.